Hi, this is Robin from Electrum Fitness, and today I'm going to talk to you about part 2 of core training. Now in part 1 of core training, we focused on variations whereby we are lying down on the floor and doing our exercises. Now in part 2, we're going to focus on exercises on the floor but sitting down. Now the first exercise we're going to do is what we call a leg lift. Okay? So the feet are together, the leg can be bent for the time being, and then the hands can be in a position whereby, you say if you go too far forward, you lean forward. If you go a bit back, you lean a bit back. So we start with this position where we're leaning slightly back, where it's easier. And from there, we try to lift both legs here. Okay. Now we find that difficult. You can actually lift up one leg at a time. So I say lift leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg. And then after a while, once you get easier, then you do 1.5 legs, which means you lift the left leg maybe higher, the right leg lower, so like that. And then the other leg here. So notice my left leg comes slightly off the ground, but the right leg is higher off the ground. Okay? And as you get better, then you put both legs together and both lift together. Okay? So that's stage 1. Now at stage 2, what you're going to do is you're going to try to straighten your legs. So let's say I'm leaning back here still, but now instead of bending my legs, I keep my legs straight. Or maybe not perfectly straight, but it's straighter. Okay? So let's say straighter from here, so they're not so bent. This time it's very bent. So the more bent the legs are, the more easier it is. Okay? The straighter the legs, the more difficult. So from here, if I straighten my legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Now once you get used to that, you can make it even more difficult by adjusting the position of your hands. And therefore you adjust the position of your body lean. Now if you're leaning backwards and your hands are here, then that's easier. If you move your hand a bit more forward, your body is more vertical, that's more difficult. So let's say now my body is almost vertical to the floor, and I try to lift up my legs from here. This is more difficult. And down. And you want to make it even more difficult, then you go a bit more forward. So notice now I'm leaning more forward. The more forward you lean, the more difficult it will be to lift your legs. So from here we try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Okay? So that's variation 1. Variation 2 is similar. The only difference is we're going to open our legs. So that's called a straddle leg lift. Okay? So straddle leg lift, open up your legs. Again, same thing. We can open our legs but lean back slightly, bend our legs if we need to, lift up here. Again, if you find it difficult, then you can always lift up one leg at a time. Then lift up the other leg. Okay? After a while, 1.5 legs. So lift up this one, for example, here. Then the other leg, try to lift up a little bit. Here. Then do the reverse. Lift up a little bit, then lift up. Here. And then gradually you have 2 legs together. So first maybe your legs will bend. Then again, as you progress, just like in the feet together version, you can have your legs straighter. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now again, to make it more difficult, what do you do? You go forward. So again, my body angle will change. And the more forward I am, the more difficult it will be. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. Okay? Now to put that into a routine and to make it a bit more difficult, you can actually do reps. That means you go up and down. And then at the end of it, you hold in that position. And you can do that for both variations. So let's show you first one. Yeah. So first variation where the feet are together, we're going to do 5 reps and then we're going to hold for 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now to make it even more difficult, after holding the 5 seconds, you're going to hold another 5 seconds, but without hands. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come down. So we can do the same principle for the straddle version. So we're going to do leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then lean back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Okay, so you can just repeat those, maybe 2 or 3 sets, and that will be a good core workout. So maybe at first you start with 5 reps, you can build up to 10 reps and hold for 10 seconds. Right? So enjoy your core workout. Thank you very much.